ta'ala, fear of Allah? Is it like a person who ala shafa jurufin har? Because I think that disbelievers also built something to counter the building of this masjid, you know. But their intention to build that building was to destroy Islam, basically. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning here. And also in the Quran, Allah mentioned that فِيهِ رِجَالٌ يُحِبُّونَ أَن يَتَطَهَّرُوا, that in that mosque, Masjid Quba, there are men who love to clean themselves. Tatahur, to clean. This is when, you know, they use, water when they clean. Huh? Tatahhar, and yatatahharu. Tahara means clean. To clean, you know. So over here, and this is the first mosque. The first mosque after the prophethood of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it was built. The first one, Masjid Quba, and the second, of course, Masjid Nabawi. Yes. So the first mosque is Masjid Quba. فلما كان اليوم الخامس يوم الجمعة ركب بأمر الله له وأبو بكر ردفه وأرسل إلى بني النجار أخواله فجاءوا متقلدين سيوفهم فسار نحو المدينة. So the fifth day, which is the Friday, yes. So 4 days in Quba, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. The fifth day is Friday. The Prophet ﷺ, he began his journey. He proceeded to, of course, to Medina. But then before proceeding, he called his family. The Prophet ﷺ, he's from his maternal family, from his mother's side. They're in Medina, Bani Najjar. The Banu Najjar, yes, the son of Najjar. So he called them, so they came with weapons, you know, to show protection for the Prophet ﷺ. They came with weapons. So the Prophet proceeded to Medina. So he actually, it was a Jum'ah time, around midday, and he arrived at Bani Salim ibn Auf. So there's a Salim fi Bani Salim. This is another tribe, Banu Salim ibn Auf. So the Prophet arrived at their, place during Jum'ah time. فأدركته الجمعة, he arrived basically Zuhur time, Jum'ah time. So he actually performed Jum'ah with 100 men. 100 men. Mi'ah. Here he says وكانوا مئة رجل. And the Salim ibn Banu Salim ibn Auf, there were 100 men, and the Prophet ﷺ performed the first Jum'ah there. And this masjid is fi batn al-wadi. It says fi batn al-wadi. I think it's somewhere between, around the hillocks of Medina. Fi batn al-wadi. In the valley, somewhere in the valley. So this mosque, I'm not sure the name of this mosque. I think it's still there, this mosque. A small one. And I think there's a name, but I don't know the name. Anyone knows the name? Banu Salim ibn Auf, where the place is. It should be there, inshallah. Maybe we may find something in not ChatGPT or Google. Copilot. Same thing. Okay, so here, this is what happened. And now the Prophet ﷺ is about to enter the city of Medina. Ad-dukhul fil Medina. Yes? He was now close to Medina. وَبَعْدَ الْجُمْعَةِ دَخَلَ. So after Jum'ah Salah, after midday, basically after Dhuhr time, the Prophet ﷺ entered Medina Munawwara. ومن ذلك اليوم سميت بلدة يثرب بمدينة رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. So from that day, it was called Yathrib. Baldatu Yathrib. The Yathrib was called, before it was Yathrib, but now, when the Prophet ﷺ entered, it was called Madinatul Rasul. What's the city of Madinatul Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Madinatul Rasulillah. That's why it's called Medina now. But before Medina, it was Yathrib. It was called what? Yathrib. And even in Quran, it is mentioned this word, Ya ahla yathriba, la muqama lakum farji'u. Yes. ويعبر عنها بالمدينة مختصرا. So it's Medina Rasulillah. But then it's known as Medina only. Shortcut, Instead of saying Rasulillah, Medina. So now it's known as the city of Medina. وكان يوما It is. Medina also a word in Arabic which means city. Medina, Qarya, Medina. Madinati Melbourne, مثلا, for example. City of Melbourne. We say Medina, Melbourne. Munawwara is, there's Noor, yes, light. Eh? Yeah, that's what it says here. It's known as Medina Rasulullah, but to make it short, they just call it Medina. Now it's Medina. Yeah. So that word has become a name for that city, Medina. Yathrib was the previous one. Yeah? Yathrib. The name of the city. Before Medina, it was called Yathrib. Also, Khazraj, they lived there, yes. The two big tribes. Okay. وَكَانَ يَوْمًا تَارِيخِيًا أَغَرْ. And this was a historical moment. Yes? The Prophet ﷺ entered the city of Medina. It was a very historical moment. فقد كانت البيوت والسوق ترتج بأصوات التحميد والتقديس. So all the streets in Medina and even the houses, they were like noise coming out from the streets and houses of the noise of what? Takbir and praising Allah, glorifying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yes. وكانت بنات الأنصار تتغنى بهذه الأبيات فرحا وسرورا. And also the girls of Ansar, the women or the female, the girls, they were singing. تتغنى, singing the famous poem. Yes, the famous poem. Anyone know? Can anyone sing it? Yes. طلع البدر. Okay. علينا من ثنيات الوداع وجب الشكر علينا ما دعا لله داعي أيها المبعوث فينا جئت بالأمر المطاع. There is a nasheed, they translate it to English, yes? Yes? Yeah, the full moon. Yeah. So it's, the full moon has risen amongst us from the valley of Wada'. Yeah, من ثنيات الوداع, from the valley of Wada'. وجب الشكر علينا, that it is incumbent, we must show gratitude. ما دعا لله, that as long as you call, he calls to a caller to Allah. As long a caller to Allah is calling to Allah. Yes. أيها المبعوث فينا, the one who was مبعوث فينا, sent to us basically by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as a messenger. جئت بالأمر المطاع, you have come with بالأمر المطاع, with a message that will be obeyed. We will obey the message and we will obey your command. That's what جئت بالأمر المطاع. Yes, anyone sing it? No? Okay. أشرق البدر علينا. Okay. طلع البدر علينا. ياتي الوداع وجب الشكر علينا ما دعا لله داع أيها المبعوث فينا جئت بالأمر المطاع. There's more. جئت شرفت المدينة مرحبا يا خير داع. Yeah. Yes. حافظ of Nasheed. Not حافظ, I don't memorize it. Okay, so this Nasheed. والأنصار إن لم يكونوا أصحاب ثروات طائلة إلا أن كل واحد منهم كان يتمنى أن ينزل الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم عليه فكان لا يمر بدار من دور الأنصار إلا أخذوا خطام راحلته. So this, the Ansar, the people of Medina, they were not wealthy people. They were just, standard, not wealthy, rich, or they're middle class people, like the people on the north side of Melbourne, the Brody. It's middle class, but they were different. They were like hospitable people, they really. So what happened was, people trying to take the rope of the animal of the Prophet, to try to take the Prophet to their house. Everyone is trying. Of course, then you can imagine what happens. Someone falling to the right, another one to the left. No, come to my house. Come. So what the Prophet ﷺ said was, leave this animal. Leave. What was the name of the camel of the Prophet ﷺ? Yeah, the one he was riding on. I forgot it. It's not mentioned here, but Warqa, no. طيب, anyway, the Prophet ﷺ said, خلوا سبيلها فإنها مأمورة. The Prophet ﷺ, leave this camel is ma'mura. She has been commanded by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. She's following Allah's command. Where to? She will just sit and stop, and that's my place too. So stop pulling, So فلم تزل سائرة بي حتى وصل إلى موضع المسجد النبوي اليوم فبركت ولم ينزل عنها حتى نهضت وسارت قليلا ثم التفت ورجعت فبركت في موضع الأول فنزل عنها وذلك في بني النجار. So what happened was, قصوى, yes, that's it. قصوى. Okay. All right. So this one. So what happened was, she arrived. The animal arrived at the place where the Masjid Nabawi is. That land. There's no masjid there. She sat. But then she stood up again and started, walking the animal. But then she came back to that spot and sat again for the second time. So it was. Then the Prophet ﷺ, he came down, and that was the place of his, his maternal family from his mother's side, maternal family, Banu Najjar. And it's also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's plan as well, because the Prophet also, he wanted to, stay there as well. So to honor the family from his mother's side, see. So he also wanted to, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala moved the animal to also, sat there and sit there, the camel. So it was from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah gave that tawfiq, made it happen. So people were, requesting the Prophet to stay in their homes. People were requesting, come, stay in our homes and this. So, but then Abu Ayyub al-Ansari, he took the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He took the ride of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and took it to his house, Abu Ayyub Ansari. But he just left the Prophet there first. He took the animal first, just to make sure. And later the Prophet will just come. So the Prophet said, okay, the man is with his ride. You can't separate a man from his ride. So I'm going to be there too. So the camel is there, so I will be with. It means that I will stay in the house of Ayyub al-Ansari. That's it. Like not biker stuff, but the ride. You can't separate the ride from the person. Al-mar'u ma'a rahlihi. That's what the Prophet ﷺ said. Al-mar'u, a person is with his ride, rahl, with his ride, yes. So As'ad ibn Zurara, he took, the zimam rahilati. He took the zimam. I think the zimam is the thing that you put on the animal's mouth. Yep. Road. Oh, yeah. So I think yep. So and there's a rope, so you can pull left or right to make the animal turn left or right. I think even with horses they have that. What's in English, that one? Allahu a'lam. That there is a word in English. Okay. So here reins. Oh, Zurara took the reins of the mount while he was still on it. Okay, reins, yeah. Reigns. Reigns. So he took the reins. So here, okay. وفي رواية أنس عند البخاري قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أي بيوت أهلنا أقرب فقال أبو أيوب أنا يا رسول الله هذه داري وهذا بابي قال فانطلق فهي لنا مقيلا قال قوما على بركة الله. So over here it says in the narration of Anas that Al-Bukhari narrated, the Prophet ﷺ, peace be upon him, said, which is the nearest of our houses of our kith and kin? Which is the nearest of our houses of our kith and kin? So Abu Ayyub replied, mine, O Allah's Messenger. My house is the nearest. This is my house and this is my gate. So you just right here, The Prophet ﷺ then replied, go and prepare a place for our qaylula. What is qaylula? Midday, to rest. To sleep during midday is called qaylula. A nap. Huh? Yes? Siesta? Okay. That siesta is an English word? Italiano. MashaAllah. Spanish. Okay. Go and prepare a place for our midday rest, the Prophet ﷺ said. So that's it. That's, he will stay in the house of Ayyub al-Ansari. And where is his grave? Is in Turkey, yeah? Ayyub al-Ansari? Yes or no? No? No, it is. Yes, because I remember I went to Turkey year 1999. Huh? Yeah, he went for jihad, of course. Yeah, it's in Turkey. I remember because, everyone was standing outside the thing, the grave. The grave was inside a room, if I'm not mistaken. But I got inside. The security gave me, he can go inside. Huh? Yes. So I went inside by myself, and the rest are all outside the gate. And I was scared of it, but maybe because I was wearing hat and thing, and the security guard noticed. When he saw me, he said, "Go inside." I was 14. My age was 14. I don't know. Yeah, many things happen when, even when I was on PIA. I went from Karachi to Istanbul. With PIA. PIA, Pakistan International Airlines. People say it's the worst airline, but I had the best experience. You know what? Because look, I was reading Quran, without looking at the Quran. So I was reading. I'm not looking at it. So one of the, what they call stewardesses? Huh? The one that serves them. He goes, are you Hafiz? He goes, I said yes. Huh? Oh yeah, I got biryani, all the thing, many food, drinks, like business class. I was in economy class, but you get the many food. He brings biryani, and after he brings some coke, brings something else, and then I got good treatment. Like I met with the pilot, with the captain as well, and he was a namazi. He was praying, and I get to inside the cockpit. I just went inside the cockpit, and then also even standing near, we know the door is open, and they want to put that that stair. 14, yeah. That's dangerous, I think, huh? But it was a free tour around the plane. It was a Boeing. It was not a big plane. Boeing thing, 3 something. The small one, the one that goes from here to Sydney and all that. Small plane, but and not just that. I saw, mashallah, also a brother, Arab brother, got 4 wives. I think it's 4 wives. And they also asked me, "Are you Hafiz Quran?" In Arabic they speak, but then I said, "Hafiz is," and then you speak English. They spoke English. 4 wives, and they take turns speaking to him. So they all sit different, and he sit, and one by one come, taking turns. Yeah, one comes, he talk, and then goes back. Another one comes, and I said, "Oh, this man has more than one wife. This one." And I said, "This is wives?" "Yes, wife." I said, huh? No. But amazing, some wear hijab, some not hijab, mix. Oh, yeah. That's the thing. I said, "Oh, this not wear hijab. This one is, this one." Yeah, yeah. Come to Dubai, they say. I transit in Dubai, from Karachi to Abu Dhabi, I think, somewhere in Emirates, United Arab Emirates, I think, once, and then to Istanbul. It's not a direct flight, so it was a good experience. So this one, so where were we? So Ayub Al Ansari is buried in Turkey. Yes, Istanbul. Yes, yes, yes. That was amazing. That's 1999, I think. وبعد أيام وصلت إليه زوجته سودة, and after a few days, several days, the wife of the Prophet Sauda radiallahu anha also came to Medina, and also his 2 daughters, Fatima and Kulthum, and also his companion Osama bin Zayd, and also Ayman, and also came Abdullah ibn Abi Bakr, the son of Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, with his family. His son came with the remaining family, and also Aisha radiallahu anha was also amongst them, who came after that to Medina. But Zainab, وبقيت Zainab. Who's Zainab? Dora, yes. So 2 of them came, but then Zainab could not come. She stayed in Mecca with Abu al-As, and she came to Medina after the battle of Badr. Zainab radiallahu anha. Aisha radiallahu anha saying, لما قدم رسول الله, when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam arrived Medina, Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu and Bilal, they fell sick. Medina, Abu Bakr and Bilal radiallahu anhu. فدخلت عليهما فقلت يا أبتي كيف تجدك ويا بلال كيف تجدك؟ قالت فكان أبو بكر إذا أخذته الحمى يقول كل امرئ مصبح في أهله والموت أدنى من شراك نعله. So over here, Aisha is saying that I go to Abu Bakr and ask, how are you? How are you feeling? Ask her father, and also she asked Bilal, how are you feeling? They were both sick. They were both having fever, because Medina is known to, there's a fever of Medina, the Humma al-Medina. Some type of fever, and very strong, not a light one. So Abu Bakr, when he was asked by his daughter Aisha, he used to say it's not be Abu Bakr used to say, everybody is staying alive among his people, yet death is nearer to him than his shoelaces. Death is close, but they remain alive, among their people. But death is always close. Death is always close. Even we're gonna live 100 years, that's still close. That's nothing. Yes, after 100 years, we feel like, that life we lived is very short. We don't even feel it's long. You see. Yes. So Abu Bakr is saying that. And then وكان بلالا إذا أقلع عنه الحمى يرفع ويقول, and even Bilal, he used to say when he gets when he feels a bit well, and the fever, his temperature, of his body drops down, meaning feel a bit well, he used to say, would that I could stay overnight in a valley wherein I would be surrounded by idkhir and jalil. Idkhir is a grass, a plant which smells good, smells nice. Idkhir and jalil, surrounded by that, and I spend my overnight, I stay overnight in a valley, and after that I drink, the water of Majannah, and with that Shama and Tafil. This is two mountains in Mecca. So the water is pure, of course. Water coming down from the mountain, different, yes? Not like tap water, no. It's very cool and clean and fresh. So he said this. And then he said, then I went to Allah's Messenger and told him about that. And then the Prophet ﷺ, said, "Oh Allah, make it healthy and bless its sa' and mud to measurement, and take away its fever to al-juhfa." The Prophet ﷺ is making dua that bless the sa', the sa' and the mud. These are two measurement, like we use kilos or grams. So these are two measurement tools of measurement that were used in Medina for grains, all sort of grains, for barley and these things. So the Prophet ﷺ basically made dua to bless that city. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed that city with abundant, mashallah, food and needs, necessities for the people, and also take the humma of Medina, the fever of Medina, and take it to Juhfa. Juhfa is another place in the land of Hijaz too. Take it there, put it there. Yeah, Juhfa. It's called Al-Juhfa. Huh? Natural meaning is a place. No. Over there, at that time, no. Maybe now, I don't know. Maybe it's not. It's somewhere deserted. Yes, Al-Juhfa. So this is the end of the Prophet ﷺ's migration to Medina, and also the end of the life of the Prophet in Mecca, of course. Now this is a new chapter. His life in Medina. In Medina with the people of Medina. So inshallah we will continue next week. So you see the lesson here is that sacrifice, yes? Sacrifice, leaving their homeland for there's no money here. They don't see any money yet. We do leave, for our jobs, work in Dubai or work in somewhere, in European countries. We are ready to do that because we see the value. It does help. Money helps a lot. Yes, it does. Yes, you can pay your bills. You want something, you buy, of course. But at the same time, we can't neglect the importance of our deen. Again, deen is need. It's a need. Without deen, I don't think anyone can achieve that. What is that called? That full happiness, real happiness. Yes. With deen, regardless whether you live in a war-torn country or in a country with poverty or anything, but then you still, mashallah, you don't lose control over your mental state. But if you don't have deen, even if you have everything, you don't find that peace, that happiness. You still you're just angry, maybe. You never smile. But you have everything. You're a millionaire, billionaire. You have a big mansion. But again, because without deen, see, how do we address, because people want many things, yeah? Sometimes they want to look good, but they have money, billionaire. But Allah made them not look good. So they're trying to find, how can I, do some plastic surgery or something, but it's not achieved. So they just remain there stuck, and because of that, they don't feel happy in life. But for us Muslims, that's not our purpose of life. That's why our purpose of life is to please Allah, yes? And anyone can do that. Anyone can do that, whether you're rich, whether you are poor, whether you don't have food every day, whether you eat once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day, you can please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Very, very easy, many ways to please Allah. So that's what makes us happy, not this, world or this materialistic, things. Content is what becomes happy, because yes. But that's happy, isn't it? With oh, you mean if happy like people happy in parties? That's different. That, you see, like reading Quran, like for some people, reading Quran it brings them happy, or even praying salah, like they feel calm and relaxed. That's we can say that's happy. Or if you mean happy like shouting and things like this and going crazy, no, not that happy. Is that happiness? I mean, you get tired after that. You go drunk, and after that, you end up and he's sleeping somewhere under a truck, huh? And then after that, you go, yeah, man. Oh. I don't think that's also look, see the real happiness. See that real that not just happy here, not just you're good here, but also good in the afterlife. See, that's what counts. Imagine just for like 1 hour, 2 hour happy, but then and then the further you go, the further in akhirah you're not happy when you're being punished. That's not happiness. Come on. Yeah, I'm not saying that we can't deny that people go, with their friends, go for food, this drinking. They're happy. I think they're happy. And let's go, man. Let's go. That's why they temporarily. But that can't be counted as happy because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is angry with you. And you can have in many problems, see, by being drunk or something. You can end up in problems. And even it appears to be like watching TV. People are happy to watch movies, play games. They're happy. To read Quran, they go, that's it. That's a sign of they're not happy. But Iman will make it, not happy like that crazy one, but you're happy. You want to read. And you just feel like you want to read more, That what we try to, inshallah, make effort on. It doesn't come like that. Even our kids, you tell them to read Quran, but they watch anything on YouTube, on the phone games. You don't need to tell. They do it. 2 hours, no problem. Try to read Quran for 1 hour. Oh, yes. So it's like that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made this, the acts of ta'at, praying, zikr, this reading Quran, it's like that. It's not something our desires want to do. Yes. Even myself, We love to flick the phones when we want to look. Then reading Quran or praying or, yeah. May Allah protect us, inshallah. Spending money. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, you invest for your akhirah. No, I said you got money, but then later you use it for your akhirah. That's it. That's it. You say you get double goodness, this world. That's why wealthy people, we need wealthy people. And there's wealthy people that are busy with their business. So we can't say to them, oh, you're just busy with work day and night, work. No, we don't know their intention. They earn that money, they spend it on mosque, they spend it on, madaris, where kids learn their deen. Yes, I see this in Pakistan, you see. Big business, they own maybe shipyards, they own, flats, many housings and all that. They come and with we have the trucks go to the bank, trucks with bags of money, cash. They bring to the madrasa, and we line up as students. They give. I studied in Pakistan. I didn't pay anything. They give us money monthly. Was around it's good pocket money. I was happy. I can spend, buy ice cream, buy this, buy books, but I can do that. And they give money every month, and we don't pay anything. And they give also material to make clothes, even clothes like one, kurta, shalwar, kameez, 2 pairs every year. At the start of the year 2, and then at the end of year 2. So they give that. And I see it's the businessmen, and they're busy, of course, doing their business. They have to. But they use that money to, and that's bringing reward to them. And in hadith, the Prophet ﷺ said we have to envy those people. Like, envy means we want to be like them. Yes, it's something, that person, Allah give him mal. Mal means wealth, but he spends it day and night to support, to help those who are in need, and help the mission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So inshallah, we as Muslim, we need to have that spirit of competing as well. Competing. Yeah. No, everyone. No, not everyone can be a doctor. Just the same like that. Not everyone can be an engineer or something Some are plumber, some are electricians, some are hafiz, some are muftis. Yes, of course. And we together work as a team, of course, to make Islam great again. We can't just have hafiz all. No, we need everything. That's how we spread Islam, yes? Yes, we need to compete. Even Australia is competing with China. If they don't compete, I think China will take over. That's it. They compete. They spend millions, billions to compete. So that spirit of competing, you have to keep it. Yes. So subhanallah, subhanakallahumma bihamdik nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. صلى الله وسلم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون سلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. جزاكم الله خيرا for listening to جزاك الله خيرا. May Allah bless you all, inshallah. وعليكم السلام.